Hey guys, this is Hell Hades, free to play. Guys, we're talking about champion training events today. We're talking about leveling your champion as fast as we can, getting as many 6 stars as we can, whilst getting really efficient points on a champion training event. So we've got the fusion running right now for Helicaf. This is a perfect time to kind of re-go over some of the basics around what you should do, and then go into some of like the more refined strategies to be able to get these champion training events done. Normally during a fusion, there's normally 2, and one of them's normally like a big boy, get 14,000 points. The first one that's dropped here today is a 5,200 point goat, but there is a cheeky 12,000 odd point legendary tome in the same event. And if we just kind of take ourselves back to the fusion schedule here, we're coming towards the end of like the weekend, so we've done all of the energy we needed to burn in Dragon is done. Dungeon Divers event, you might have a little bit to finish off, but you can do that during champion training. Yeah, running campaign gives you those same Dungeon Diver points. We then roll into this kind of artifact enhancement event, which I've dropped a video for earlier today, alongside this champion training. And this champion training will overlap Ice Golem to form the second Dungeon Divers event. So kind of need to manage your energy to get those 2 things done. And in this particular fusion, we've then got a second champion training tournament coming later on. So generally, like if you break it down to the absolute bare minimum, it's just, have you got enough energy to run campaign over and over again? Or have you saved enough brews to just burn your way through it as quickly as possible? I would expect the second champion training probably to be a similar level to this, just because there's no epics involved. Normally it's like a early-ish rare, and then there's normally a bigger champion training event with epics to be got, but they've not done that this time around. And interestingly, along the way, we get a little bit of energy, not really much else. We get a little bit of silver to help us with the artifact event if we need it. So absolutely, obviously, bare minimum is get the goat, but sometimes getting that legendary skill tome is not a bad shout if you've got the energy saved up, and it will help you towards that Dungeon Divers. I'd also say leveling champions is never a bad thing in this game. This is always where I kind of push to get my next 1 or 2 6-star champions. And you need a whole kind of roster of 6 stars to be able to get content done, to be able to progress to the next level on your account. So I know people feel this is a grind, and it is a grindy aspect of the game. It's definitely one of the best ones in terms of progressing an account generally. So it's definitely worth saying here, make sure that you are leveling up the champions that you need for the fusion at the same time as doing this. Yeah, these are the ones that you need to max out. So my King Nagashi here is definitely going to be one of the first on the block in terms of leveling. And if I add more goats, which I will do as I go through this, I'm going to gain the artifact goat. I could probably do that today and throw it into the champion training. I can gain the goat for Ice Golem along the way, because that's going to be part of the, I'll show you here, the fusion plan. So I could gain like 1 goat here, 1 goat here. I might gain the Dungeon Divers goat along the way as well. Like, just make sure that whenever these champion training events drop, there's always like a couple, that you're putting the food that you need to create this fusion in the grinder as well, because they need to be not just leveled up, they need to be level 40 ascended for the goats. That's going to take them from 3-star to 4-star, then level them up. And the Kinagashis need to be level 50 ascended, so 4-star to 5-star, level them up. Yeah, so they may as well be running as part of these teams as you go, so that you're just not in a mad scramble at the end thinking, Christ, I've not got any energy left. And you're doing it in a really inefficient way. So this is the time where all of that prep that you've done, all of these level 30s you've had banked, that could be made into 40s, all of that food you've managed to kind of store in your vault, like we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, all of these 20s that have been sitting around waiting to go, this is when they start to be used. But the biggest mistake people make right from the start is they'll go into their tavern and they'll be like, right, rank everyone up. I've got my level 30 champion ready. Where's my chickens, or where's my like low level food? Yeah, level 1 food. And they're like, bam, bam, bam. It all goes in. And this is the worst possible thing you can do during a champion training tournament. It's the worst thing you can do. You just lost out on a ton of points. As soon as you click like this, You've lost out on 3 times the amount of points you're going to get for doing this. Crazy stuff, right? So let me just kind of work you through how the points are made. And this will just change the way you do champion training events for the rest of the time you play Raid. So we've got here, level someone up from a 1 to a 2-star. Yeah. Sorry, you get 5 points. 5 points to do that. So those food champions you get from your mystery shards, you make them 2-star, you get yourself 5 points. However, to take a 2-star to level 10 and then feed it into someone else. Actually, to take the 2-star to level 10, you get 10 points. Double the points you would have got for making him a 2-star in the first place. If you make a 3-star, you get 15 points. If you take a 3-star to level 20, you'll get double the points you would have got for making him a 3-star in the first place. Yeah, and so it goes on. So it's actually the first, depending on the star level, but the first chunk of levels that you get from a champion, even if they're going to be a food champion, that's where you make your points. So you can do it either in campaign, running those champions through, or you can do it with brews in here. So if I'm going to show you an example with brews for this video. So if I take those food champions we were about to use, yeah, and I'm just going to put some levels into them with brews that I've saved up. And basically what you want to do is for a 3-star, it's 2 brews. You could push, if you've got loads of brews, you could push to 3 brews and it would still be relatively efficient. But if you're fairly brew starved like I am, you go 2 brews into a 3-star. Bam. Points for my board. We do that on all the ones that we want to feed. 2 brews. Bam. 2 brews. Bam. And again, as I say, you can do this through campaign, running them through campaign, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then we get back to our upgrade rank, and we take up the 3-star we were going to, but now we put in the level 15 dudes that we've just thrown brews into, and all of a sudden we've just gained maximum efficiency possible from doing this piece. Or not, yeah, maximum efficiency. That's exactly what it was. He now becomes the 4-star. He's still a food champion for me. He's not someone I'm going to keep. So again, you either run him through campaign or you brew him. So as a 4-star, you can take this one up. I tend to use 4 brews on a 4-star. Gets me to level 21. And that is now a food champion sitting at level 21, which will eventually go into a maxed level 40 food champion. And that's the way you do it. So I'll run through now by champion what level you should try and aim to get them to. So 1-stars, all I ever do with 1-stars, some people might do this differently. All I ever do is put 1 brew in, and then I feed 3 more 1-stars. Gets me to level 10, and then I upgrade their rank with an unleveled 1-star. You might be able to get more efficient than that, but that's the way I do it. So that gets him to a 2-star. A 2-star, before I feed them, I will give 2 brews. If I'm doing brews. 3-star you just seen. 3-star. Before I feed a 3-star, I will give 2 brews. Before I feed a 4-star, you just saw, I would give 4 brews. If I'm feeding 5-stars, again, you get a lot of points here. I actually normally take them in with 6 brews. You can kind of experiment through. Actually, 5 brews might be more efficient, but I hate seeing it so close. I normally go 6 brews, and that gets them up to level 24. This is a lot of points here, taking someone up to level 24. And a 6-star, like obviously you want to max your 6-stars out, but this probably isn't the time to do it. A 6-star, run them through campaign fine, but take them up to about level 25 and then stop during a champion training event. Unless you just want to push them to 60. Like you can, but the more energy or the more brews you put into something, the less efficient it becomes. So let's talk about what we actually do in campaign then. This is where you're going to burn a load of energy and top up your silver, which will help you with that artifact event at the same time. You try and get yourself into Brutal Stage 12. This is where you want to get your efficiency running. Every single champion that you've got that's running will get an equal share of the experience that is owed. So in this example here, even though my guy is a level 60 max champion, he's my food farmer, if you like, he's still getting an equal share of the experience, even though he's maxed. That's the way it works. So the other 3 are getting that equal share. Therefore, if you do not run 4 champions that are all gaining experience, like let's say I ran 2, these 2 would then split the experience that could be gained 50-50. So your max level champion is eating a massive chunk of the experience that you want to be putting on food, which is why you always run 3 food champions and 1 champion as a farmer. That's the kind of most efficient way to do it. And you've got a few choices here. You're either running champions to max so that you can then level them up to the next level. That gives you a good chunk of points. Or you're running champions which are going to be fed, as I just spoke about with the brew situation. Let's say these 3 are going to be fed. I actually want to run them to maximum energy efficiency to then feed them. And let me just run you through what that energy efficiency looks like. So a 1-star, you want to run until they're about level 6. A 2-star, you want to run until they are level 6. A 3-star till they are level 12. A 4-star, level 17. A 5-star, level 21. And a 6-star, level 25. Obviously, a 6-star, eventually you would just max out as well. But don't do that during this champion training event, because you'll actually be fairly inefficient around gaining champion training points. So all we would do, obviously, you run through your campaign runs. This is where hopefully you've saved up multi-battles and you've saved up things like your energy packs, because you're going to use quite a lot of energy doing this. But as I said earlier, it will massively progress your account. And even on the free-to-play here, where energies are luxury, I've managed to bank a lot of energy over the last few weeks because I didn't do the last fusion. And basically, I'm going to try and get that legendary tome. That's my aim. My aim is not to get the goat, because I think I've got enough energy in the stores here to push further than just getting the goat. And if you can get a legendary book, damn, that's a massive push forward for your account. They're so hard to get. So these are the type of events where you absolutely need to go maximum efficiency and try and get the job done. Obviously, if you're not in that camp and you think you're going to struggle for energy over this whole fusion, then don't do that. But do bear in mind, we've got 4 days. Yeah, people are like, need to do it day 1. We've got 4 full days here, and you just need to manage your energy between this and Ice Golem over that time. Obviously, this should be the time where you start to dip into stuff like the monthly energy that you saved. Yeah, 200 energy here. The weekly energies, if you've got those available to pick up. You still want to make sure you're doing your advanced quests to get the energy top-ups here. Obviously, you get your energy top-up on a daily basis. If the clan shop has got energy in this spot, then you pick up the energy here if you're short. Like there's different ways to kind of top your energy up. The daily gifts you should have been saving for this type of event. Look at mine. I've got them all sitting here. So many people pick up shop purchase on my free-to-play. It was Plarium's birthday. I don't know why it says shop purchase. It's just what it popped up as. Everyone got this same free gift. Yawn. How many times do we need to say it? This is a free-to-play. I don't need to cheat in a free-to-play. One of the things which you will want to make sure 100% you're doing, I'm glad I've just seen this, XP boost should always be on during your champion training if you're leveling in campaign. You see, I saved these ones that I got from, what did we get these from? I think this is from Clan v Clan. Clan v Clan tournament, these 2. And then we got some other ones, again, from this free gift here, from this free gift. All of these are going to be used as I need them. So I don't keep them on all the time. I literally will just activate one, see what I'm doing. Am I going to still be doing this tomorrow? If I am, I'll go back in and activate it. But it's so important that you do this. 100% more XP for your battles. It's like, this has to be on if you're trying to be efficient with your energy for doing this. And in fairness, you get them from the advanced quests. You get them from like your weekly. You get them sometimes in the different events that drop. So just kind of like, make sure that that's on, because it will drive you crazy to try and do efficient leveling without the XP boost running. This is where gems are energy. You want to make sure that this is just something you complete. So gems become energy. And you also gain champion chase points for any rares that you find along the way, any any uncommons and stuff you find along the way. You want to be buying up food from here, and you want to be using your mystery shards when you're running low on food champions. That's the way it goes. So you do want to be taking someone from level 1 right the way up as food. Absolutely, you want to do that. You know, and I would say try and avoid using all your brews initially, unless you're just someone that's stacked out with resources, because actually running them through campaign tops your silver level up a lot, and that silver level will then help you with stuff like the artifact events as well. So look, good luck on the champion training. It is a grind. Yeah, I won't say it's not. It definitely is, but you can definitely get this done. I've been Hell Hades. I will see you later.